Ladies and gentlemen, we want to have a tete with you on a subject that we have been looking into without expressly telling you why we look into that subject. Because there are people who would wake up and do more if and when they understand why we do some of the things we are doing. It is important to also sometimes make everything bare. If God allows me to go to sleep, and God allows the men and defenders to go to sleep, the Igbo people may disappear. The Igbo people may do what? They may disappear. Other peoples may assimilate them completely. The world has not changed completely. The same tendencies you find 1,000 years ago, they still exist in the world today. Their names and terminologies used to reference them only changed. People that are imperialistic are still predatory. People that are authoritarians are still authoritarian. But while some have changed their titles from kings, dukes, and whatever to presidents and prime ministers, but the same tendency to subjugate others, to cause others to be under them, are still there. And interestingly and sadly, the Igbo people have found themselves in a part of the world where there are some peoples who want to dominate, where there are some peoples who want to assimilate others. And I repeat what I said earlier. If God says, Remy, if Chukwu says, Remy, take your leave, and the men and the defenders, which are its Secretary General, does the same, in the next 50 years, you will not hear about the Igbo people again. They will become part of another people. Does this strike you as strange? Is this surprising to you? No. It is something that is discernible. If you have eyes, let 3 Igbos walk before you now. One may put on what they call isiago, a combination of Portuguese velvet with lion or whatever embossed on it. The second one may put on the abada. The abada is the Hausa Fulani dress. The third one may put on a Yoruba version of it. And fully 1/3 of them will not hesitate to dance the Yoruba song Buga. They will not look for Morocco Sunkwan Nabushi to dance. But I believe that this nation deserves to be rescued. This nation deserves to be rescued. This nation does not seek to dominate, to assimilate, to expand, to create empires. So it should survive to be a symbol, a sign that people can live in this world without being predatory, imperial, and genocidal. So the nation is worth saving. And I use everything legal and legitimate to fight for the survival of this nation. What I'm going to use tonight is the visit of the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, and her husband, Prince Harry, one of the sons of King Charles, I'm going to use their visit to Nigeria to make a very powerful point about the various different cultures of Nigeria. So that when the Igbos understand how different their culture is from the culture of the Yoruba, the culture of the Fulani, the culture of the Hausa, the culture of the Ibibio, the culture of the Edo, the culture of the Idoma, Igbos will understand that if they want to survive, they should stick to their own culture. I have talked severally about how some Igbos are blindly walking into danger and death by lying that they had ancient kingdoms. They don't know what kings mean. They don't know what kingdoms mean. Kingdoms mean death. They mean degradation. They mean authoritarianism. That's what it means. That was why their ancient ancestors, the Israelites, hated kings. But because most Igbos had found themselves passing through a religion that did not have the welfare of the Igbos at heart, nobody has warned the Igbos that they are blindly walking to their doom. That's why they lie that they had kings. And that is why megalomaniacs among them are pretending to be kings. If they know what kings can do, they will make sure that anything relating to kingship is miles away from them. So, the Duchess of Sussex came to Nigeria, and received an Igbo name and a Yoruba name. The name given to her by the Igbo people, or by some representatives of the Igbo people, was Adamaze. Adamaze is a term the Chukwu people would use to describe just any Arab person. Any Arab person. But the Yorubas called her Adetokunbo. Royalty from across the seas. Do you see the stark difference? The Yorubas have a tradition of having kings who are semi-divine. Their kings are also gods. They are called Orisha in Yoruba language. The Igbos don't have a tradition of having kings. A lot of them are lying today that they had kings. But even though the people that gave these titles found themselves in position that the Igbos mistakenly describe as kingship today, they could not call her anything but an average Igbo, Adamaze. Even if they had said Adeze, no Igbo who was called Adeze had anything to do with royalty, because Eze traditionally means chief. It was used for the chief priest, it was used for the priests, it was used for the Nazarites, it was also used for champions. If you were a good farmer among the Igbos, you will be called Ezeji. If you were the chief priest of your community, you will be called Ezana or Ezemwa. In my community, if you took the Nazarite vows, you will be called Eze. My grandfather was Ezofido. My great-grandfather was Eze and Ezu. So, ladies and gentlemen, to name Meghan Markle, the Yorubas reached into their culture. They retrieved royalty. They found royalty and used it to give her a name. I repeat, to name Meghan Markle, the Yorubas went into their culture, took royalty and used it to give her a name. To do the same, what did the Igbos do? This is an egalitarian society. Everybody is equal. They called her Adamaze. In Arab parlance, it means daughter of an Arab man. You know how I study culture? I study peoples when they are not paying attention. I study peoples when they are not paying attention. Share widely if you love the Igbo people. Share widely if you have a stake in the survival of these people. And so many of us have stakes in the survival of these people, but they may not know it. But if you follow this channel, I assume that you know that you have a stake in the survival of this branch of the Israelites. Thank you and have a beautiful night.